good, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. We're going to be going over. This is pretty much a way to speed up the process of playing in all keys, getting to play in all keys, if that's something that you're trying to do. So, and it's very simple. It's way easier, than you think it is. So, here we are in the key of A flat. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you about pretty much four easy steps to basically, if you do this, this is gonna be your starting point to playing in all keys. All right, so we're just gonna take A flat as the first example. The first thing you want to be able to do is play the major scale in that key. All right, that's the first thing you want to be able to do, is play the major scale in that key. And that's very simple. I gave you that formula a few videos ago, which is 2 whole steps, 1 half step, 3 whole steps, 1 half step. So we're going to start here on A flat, and we're going to use that formula. We're going to first go 2 whole steps, half step, 3 whole steps, half step. Okay, so that's your first step into being able to play in all keys. That formula is going to work in every key. You'll never get it wrong if you follow that formula. Okay, and if you need a more in-depth discussion on that, just go watch that video. I had that video. It's on my YouTube page. How to play the major scale in any key. How to play the major scale in any key. So start with that. All right. 2 whole steps, 1 half step. 3 whole steps, 1 half step. That's gonna work in any key. All right. The next thing you want to do is learn the major scale. I mean the major chords. The major chords off of the 1, the 4, and the 5 of that scale. All right. The 1, the 4, and the 5 of that scale. And this is probably the most important kind of key or tip that you're gonna learn today, pretty much. So this is the 1 of the scale. So the major scale, the major chord off of that is this. All right, 1, 3, and 5. Then you want to go on the 4. So all right, so this is the 4 of that scale. It's the 4th note of that scale. C sharp or D flat. All right, so there's the major chord off of that, and then the 5. All right, 5th note of that scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 4, and 5. All right, of every of the scales. That's gonna be the next thing you want to learn, and it's gonna help you a lot, and we're gonna go over that in a second. 1. So here we got the 1, 4, 5, 1. Okay, 1, 4, 5, 1. So you want to go through that in all keys. You want to be able to do that in all keys. So C, 1, 4, 5, 1. C sharp, 4, 5, 1. D, 4, 5, 1. E flat. Okay, you want to be able to hit your major 1, major 4, and major 5 chords in every key. All right, so we're gonna go back to A flat. 1, major 4, major 5. All right, and then back to the 1. Okay, why is this so important? Because using just these 3 chords in your right hand, you can move the bass around, all right, and have your different chords of your different scale degrees. All right, so what am I saying by that? What does that mean? So we got the 1 in the bass. We're going to obviously play the 1 chord in the right hand. When you go to the 2 in the bass, you can play the 4 in the right hand. Okay? That's a whole nother chord. We never talked about learning the 2 chord, but yet here you are playing the 2 chord. Just because you play the 4 in the right hand, you see? Because let's break it down. If we let's move it down here. So that's the 4. That's the major 4 chord, all right, in A flat. But with the 2 in the bass, it becomes the 2 chord, the minor 7 of the 2, all right? You see that? That's the 2 chord. Here's the 1, here's the 2. But these 2 notes are borrowed from the 4 chord. You see that? So, we got the 1 chord. We got the 2 chord. And if we move the bass to the 3, you guessed it, you can play the 5 chord in the right hand. Okay? So here's that 1, 4, 5. We were just talking about the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. Keeping the right hand the same, you can move the bass up 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? We never said anything about how to play the 2 chord or the 3 chord, but here we are playing them. 1, 2, 3. Now when you get back to the 4 in the bass, you can hit that 4, 5. When you get to the 6, you can actually use the 1 chord in the right hand. Okay? When you go to the 7, you can use the 5 chord in the right hand. And then back to the 1. So that, you can play pretty much most popular songs using just that alone right there. So many pop songs are literally 1, 5, 6, 4. So you can play that in any key just by knowing the major 1 chord, the major 4 chord, and the major 5 chord. All right. So how many songs have you heard that go like this? You can't even count it. You can't count it. I listened to the radio one day and every song back to back had it was the same. Okay? Just different keys. A lot of songs go 6, 4, 1, 5. So they'll go 6, 4, 1, 5, 6. Okay? So using the right hand as 1, 4, and 5, you can move the bass around and create different progressions and whatever you want to do. So, just a little recap. Learn the major scale. Then, learn the major 1 chord, major 4 chord, major 5 chord. Okay? In every key. So what we're going to do after that? There's a progression that you want to learn after that, which is, and this is a very important progression, probably, I'm going to go ahead and say that it's probably the most important progression that you can learn in music, because it just ties in all the things that are the most important, which is the circle of fourths and stuff like that. Circle of fourths, circle of fifths, 2, 5, 1s. So it's basically 1. You're going to have to just memorize this. 1, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. All right? 1, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. And this is the progression that changed my life. When my teacher showed me this progression, at first I didn't understand, but then when I actually wrapped my, brain around what it actually was, it was like it just opened up the world of music to me totally. I was able to learn songs way quicker. I was able to listen to songs and know exactly what to play. I was able to start creating things on my own just by learning this one progression. 1, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. It changed my life. That's what basically sent me to where I am now as a musician. So what does that mean? 1, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Okay. 1, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, sometimes there's a 4 on the end of it. Sometimes it goes 1 7, and there's going to be another video on this because it deserves its own video. 1 7 3 6 2 5 1. It is a very monumental piece of information, that I can't just brush over and add to this clip. But anyway, sometimes there's a 4 on the end. 1 7 3 6 2 5 1 4. All right. 1 7 3 6 2 5 1 4. Okay, but the basic of it is 1 7 1 7 3 6 2 5 1. If you can figure out, if you can learn your 1 7 3 6 2 5 1 in every key, you got it. You pretty much got it. You will. I mean, it's gonna everything else you need to know will pretty much open up to you from watching other people, listening more, and studying. Pretty much studying other people, stuff like that. That's what happened to me pretty much. After I learned that, so many questions that I had were answered. So many things that I was listening to, and I was like, "What is going on? What is this? How does this make sense?" It was answered by learning that progression, all right, and understanding what's going on and understanding the different ways you can utilize that. And it's not just one long progression. You can break it up. You can go from okay, so let's say there's a part in there that says 3 6 2, right? 1 7 3 6 2 5 1. So we're gonna skip the first 1 7, and we're gonna just go 3 6 2. I mean, we all know this right here. What song is that? This might be the wrong key, but what is it? That's 3 6 2. 3 6 2. That's 7 3 6 right there. This is what is this? Can we talk for a minute? That's 3 6 2. 3 6 2. A minute. Then it goes 2 1 7. Girl, I want to know your name. It goes, that's 7 3 6. 7 3, your name 6. So that's all in that progression. When I heard that song, I didn't have to pick out every chord and see what's going on. Because I know 1 7 3 6 2 5 1, I was able to listen to the song and be like, I know exactly what that is. That's what you're gonna be able to do once you get that 1 7 3 6 2 5 1 in your brain. It sounds like a lot. I know it sounds like a lot, but trust me, it's gonna open. It's like downloading an encyclopedia into your brain. That's what it felt like when I understood that. So many things just made sense. So we got the major scale. We're gonna recap the things that are gonna fast track you to be able to play in all keys. Knowing the major scale in that key. I'm tripping. Knowing the major scale in that key. Knowing your 1, 4, and 5 in that key. Major 1, major 4, major 5 in that key. All right. Knowing your 1 7 3 6 2 5 1. 1 7 3 6 2 5 1. Sometimes 4. Okay. And that progression doesn't always have to be one long chain of things. You can just use the 2 5 1. 1 6. Okay. 2 5 2, 5, 1. Okay. Knowing your 1-7-3-6-2-5-1. The final thing that's gonna fast track you, all right, your final shortcut to playing in all keys is gonna be knowing the pentatonic scale in that key. All right. What is that? The pentatonic scale. I mean, let's break it down. Penta, that's a prefix that means 5. So it's a 5-note scale. All right. That's made up of 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. All right. Of the major scale in that key. 1. Let's see. Can y'all see this? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. All right. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. It's a 5-note scale. 2, 3, 5, 6. Most important scale when we're talking about melodies in popular music by far is the pentatonic scale. Most important. All right, you know that what's the beginning of that Usher song? What is it? That's all pentatonic scale. It went out pentatonic. It left pentatonic right there. That's the only part that's not in the pentatonic scale, because that's the 7. Then it went back. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. That's how you're gonna be able to build your melodies. All right. So let's make a progression. Let's just make up a progression. We're gonna start on the 4, and then we're gonna use the 3-6-2. All right, and then we're gonna go back to the 4. Use the 3-6-2. Then we're gonna turn it around with the 5-1-4. All right, all of that is borrowed from the 1-7-3-6-2-5-1, and what we're gonna do is use the pentatonic scale to build a melody on top of this chord progression. All right. Okay. So we're going to stop it there for today. Use those 4 keys and really get that under your fingers and into your brain in all of your keys. And it's the more keys you do it in, you're going to start seeing that how the keys relate to each other, and you're going to see that a lot of keys are the same in structure and in shapes of the chords and things like that. So, and yeah, you're going to be able, once you do this, you're going to be able to listen to songs and be able to play it and know what's going on and know which chords to go to. You know what I'm saying? You're going to know which chords to go to. All right? When you hear a song that starts on the 1 and then it goes to the 6, you know you can just borrow that 1 chord from your right hand again. Okay? All right? And then once you start getting into your extensions, like I showed in my one of my older videos about the major sevens and all of that. Here you go. Now play the one on the major seven. Now you got a whole nother color for the sixth chord. All right. So I hope this video helped somebody. Leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like this video. And also, if you want to watch it again and play it back or things like that, just head on over to my YouTube page where you'll be able to, control it and do everything you want to do with it. It's much easier to study and learn from on YouTube. All right. So let's see. Be the best you can be the best musician you can, and peace.